It's like a blessing in itself. But doing ayahuasca and having a life-changing experience with your family, with your parents, I think it's real special.
The first time we came here in October last year, 6 months ago, it was my wife's decision, and I didn't really want to come in the first place because I don't know anything about this. Christine, she's done her research, and she believes that this is one of the best places. And I said, okay, good, see ya. I'm not coming. I've never ever thought about going to Amazon, or I felt like it wasn't my calling. But my kids are like,
We're like, hell no, she can't do that on her own. Go on a different side of the world by herself. Like, especially like you picture it, oh, she's gonna go to the jungle in Peru. I'm like, nah, she gets lost in the shopping mall. She can't go alone. So
so
yeah,
they said to me, Dad, you better come. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll come. But I am so glad that they talked me into coming because I felt like it was the best decision that I've ever made, or best decision they've ever made for me to come here. And just feeling the magic of the jungle. And then, of course, the ayahuasca. I felt like it's changed a lot in me, and it's still changing the way I see things and the way I do things. It's just changing a lot of things into the positive way. And when I had that, the first thing I thought about was all my loved ones, and I thought to myself, my oldest son, has to have some of this. He's old enough. He's 19, and then my kids later on in the future, this won't be the second time and it won't be the last. I'm gonna keep coming, and I wanted to bring all of both my brothers and my sister and brother-in-law, anyone who's close to my heart. I just wanted to bring him, and I really mean it. And I started off first who was available. So when I came back in October, I said, I invited my brother first, my other brother, and he said, work, or he just wasn't into it. I'm going, okay, your time will come. My sister, she was just having a baby, so she wasn't available. But I called Michael and Michael's wife, and I said, would you guys love to come? Uh, it's going to be great. I mean, you guys can travel with us in different parts of the world already. Why not South America? And Michael, I know Michael, he's always down for anything. So he's like, yep, I'm coming. And then his wife said, I'm coming too. And I'm like, yes. But no one can take care of the kids if they both come, and the kids not able to come here, and they got school, and they're too young and too small. So they're too dependent. So one of them had to stay and one of them had to go. And I said, all right, look, Michael, if you come, Luca will come next time without you. You'll take care of the kids. And it's like, deal. Yeah. And I invited one of my good friends, Joe, from the gym, and he said, yeah, man, I'll come. That's a great idea. Like, okay. That was like around December. And, that's a few drinking sessions and happy times during Christmas. January came, and I said, look, guys, now it's time to put it all into work. Let's go. Usually when this happens, everyone's like, oh, I got no money. Oh, I got no this, I got. But I don't know, everything just came together. We all went to the travel agency, booked it, and then we started planning things. I started telling them, look on YouTube this, look on YouTube that, check this out, just so you know what you're gonna see. And yeah, they loved it. And yeah, I feel like I'm very grateful. Gratitude to God. I feel like God's giving me the resource and the availability to bring everybody, my whole family, my kids, my two younger boys, my wife. I feel blessed just being able to bring them here and enjoy what I'm enjoying. Because it's not as good when you're not with your family or with your loved ones. I enjoy things more when they're always with me, and I'm I feel blessed. I feel happy. I'm so grateful.
I joke about it a lot actually. Yeah, before they ever did and sat with ayahuasca, they were probably the furthest you'd like expect from who they are now. Yeah, I just remember them coming back. I just remember And the first time they did it, they called me while they were still like up there and they haven't landed yet.
The first night.
Yeah, I think. And I was speaking to my dad on FaceTime, and he's just like, "Son, I love you. I love you." I was like, but it wasn't like he was like, it's not like he was speaking because he was under something. He was speaking from the heart, and it was from I felt that, and I was like, wow, this is some good stuff, hey. And then yeah, and then seeing him come back, you could feel the change in his like his vibe, and he was wearing crystals. I was like, this is some serious stuff. So yeah, and I was like drawn to try it out myself, see what happens. Yeah, to come here and experience it myself, I was yeah, it was is the best. Like I I thought coming here it'd be like, oh, it's time for me to work on myself, and like this time for me to toughen up and do this on my own. But it made me realize when I was with my parents and I drank it. The main part of my experience was like having and realizing that my parents are around. And I remember in the middle of it, just hugging my mom, hugging my parents. It just felt like I had my parents back. I kind of like turned a shoulder to them for a bit. It's not that we didn't like talk at all. It's just like I was kind of held back. But then coming here, you realize that you guys were family, and it just made us closer. I feel, yeah, especially with my mom and brothers.
We've always been close, but I feel like maybe you're going to a stage where you thought in that stage of your life, because I think at your age, I was kind of the same way. That stage of my life where I thought, it's time for me to make it on my own. And I want to do this with my friends. I want to do that. And I kind of like neglected hanging out with my brothers and sisters and my mom and dad at that age. And as I grew up, I realized like I could have done it. I still could have hung out with my friends and still spend time with my parents. I mean, I live with them, so I still could have done it. But I don't know, probably mentally, I was just too busy looking out there and I forgot about what's around me already. And
Yeah,
I'm glad that like, well, he's kind of going through that, and I didn't want to force him to say, "Oh, we're still here," but I'm glad that for him to realize that you can do it all, like, and I'm just happy that yeah, like you can always give us love, you can do it all, you can do all of this stuff, still spend time with your friends, your career, and still with your family.
yeah. My favorite part, or like the most life changing part, really, it wasn't really the most beautiful because again I felt like you feel kind of sick when you're under it and you're vomiting and or purging, and yeah, I'm not used to, and I'm not a big fan of feeling like I'm not under control. But what happened when I came out of that and you realize it was the best. So what happened was yeah, just me realizing that I wasn't as close to my family as I could be, and just coming after like looking out there for for new friends or for like new relationships. I just realized that I need to like take care of the ones that I have now. So yeah, especially with my mom and my brothers and my dad. Yeah, it was really special to realize that, and now I feel like before I felt like there was something missing, but now I feel complete. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, nice. For me, man, there's a lot of good stuff that I take back in there. Well, the first night, I think it's the same as the last time I came here. The first night, it's giving me nothing but the feeling of gratitude, the feeling of gratefulness, the feeling of like thankfulness of number one being alive, um, number two being in good health, for my family, so I can provide and do all the things that I want to do for them and with them, and then also realizing that every single one in my family are in good health, and you kind of like neglect to think, little things like that. So number one was the health, and then number two was the relationships, with every single one in my family, my brothers, my sister, my cousins, my aunties, in my mom's side, my dad's side, even in my wife's side, like her brothers and sisters and her mom and dad. Like I love them. I love her parents, and then they've always been good to me since I met them, and then and you kind of neglect to thank them. So now I feel like it's calling ayahuasca is speaking to me to speak to them, and like what I did with you guys, and just leave a message and say, hey, I think you guys are cool, or thank you for looking after me. Thank you for letting me sleep over when I'm always at your daughter's house all the time. Like yeah, so many things. Even my auntie when I was a kid, I feel like I should call her back in Philippines and say, thank you for taking care of me, looking after me while my mom was working. I don't know. There's just so many things I was so grateful about. Like I can sit there all night and just think of people who helped me, who took care of me since I was a kid. Even in the later stage of my life, high school, adolescent years, and even just before I got married, it was just so much to be thankful for. And that's always the base of, for me, is the base of everything, the foundation of everything that I'm having now. I feel like yeah, that's the foundation. Is number one is to be grateful, and I feel like everything else will just come easily because I'm grateful. Rather than always thinking about lack and needs, because I'm grateful, I feel like ayahuasca is just telling me you are blessed, and realize that. You're blessed with good people, you're blessed with a good job, you're surrounded by good people, colleagues, friends, family, and everything else that comes along with it. And all the good stuff in life, it just keeps coming. They just keep manifesting without even talking about it. Sometimes we just think about it, and I feel like it just comes. I guess the only thing I need to do is be patient. But yeah, I love it. It's just I'm starting to realize that being thankful opens the door to a whole lot of good stuff. I've already bought a lot of changes when I came here the first time. Um, I'm at home in Australia, in Sydney. I'm a I'm a Muay Thai and kickboxing and boxing coach at home. So it's always like you gotta be tough, you gotta be masculine, you gotta be all of this. It's totally the opposite of what I'm going through, But I'm learning now, even in the first time I came here, I'm learning to put them all together, you know. Um, I mean, it takes a lot of practice because I do realize sometimes that the old me comes back, in different situations, and I just gotta learn to mix it with a lot of love and you know react or act differently to situations, and and I think I can manage. The more I practice this stuff, the better I'll get to it. So I guess it just comes down to practice. Practice makes perfect. So changing my life slowly in a positive way, uh, I think it can work. Even though my profession is always to do with fighting and being tough and all that, but I can say there's still compassion involved. Helping out people in the gym. So I think it can really, really work. And I think it's already in me in the first place, and I just got caught up with the masculine side of it. But now I'm bringing it back with all the love and all the good stuff, all the godly stuff in it. So I think it'll go well. Hamilton, I see him as a really, really, really good teacher. You know, especially in the spiritual side of it. There's so much. I want to sit there and just listen to everything he says all the time. I don't want to miss out. Same when last year when I came in October, there's so many things I just want to keep hearing. I feel like when he's talking, I feel like I'm a sponge and I just want to soak it all in and remember it and take notes. I love it.
Yeah, definitely agree with him. He's got so much to say and so much wisdom to give to you guys. You can feel like
Yes.
you can feel his, I don't know what the word for it is, like his aura is just like strong. But again, everything about him is like safe. and comforting. Yeah.
It's you feel the love.
Yeah,
Right? It's
the love.
genuine. It's everything he says is genuine. There's no ego. There's no personal wants. No personal agenda. It's just really like about love, and it's so unselfish. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
What's it been like to come here in the Amazon with the river and the lodge? Well, number one, it's great. It's a great feeling. I've been to a few jungles already in my life. Back at home in Philippines, and it's great to see other jungles in different parts of the world. Been to Thailand as well, and yeah, each country has their unique way of showing off their beauty, and I feel like the Amazon's breathtaking. It's mind blowing. The Amazon River coming here is just so long and so big. It's almost like a sea, like an ocean, and yeah, man, it's really really good. I love it.
This place, the Amazon, but especially Heliconia, I feel like it's really like you can feel like the magic, or it's
Yes.
so calm, and you really feel safe here, and the people here, great people, the workers, the staff, everyone's just here to take care of you and help you on whatever you're here to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, with what I take home from this experience is it's like um a like a new perspective in a lot of things in life, um, especially with appreciating what I have now with relationships and with my family and just everything that I've got in my life. But also like feel like just being grateful and just not chasing like external validation, because I feel a big part like it was for me. I always cared too much about what people thought of everything I was doing. But now it's just like it's not as big or it's not as impactful of my life. Like I could do something and be like, oh, who cares what this guy thinks? I'm doing it because like I want to, or it it's what I'm is for the better. Yeah. So
You have a purpose.
yeah, like your purpose. Yeah, even that too. Like I kind of have. I'll never know what I have to do to be my higher self in the future. Like you kind of have an idea, but now I feel like I know what to do for now, my purpose for now, and that's just again keep improving little things, and yeah. So if someone's just tell me, oh, my parents are taking me to Amazon to do ayahuasca, I just say go for it. There's really nothing like that could go wrong. Um, yeah, being being able to go overseas or just to travel with your parents is like something good. It's like a blessing in itself. But doing ayahuasca and having a life changing experience with your family, with your parents, I think it's real special. Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of hard, James. Yeah, really, because
The answer.
like I had a long list of intentions. I had like at least 10, and but I was looking at my 10. I was like, am I asking for too much? So I circled three of my main ones, and then went in and drank. But after like just realizing later on the next day, I was like, hold on, I'm pretty like all my questions and all my intentions were actually like fulfilled. That is crazy. And
Wow,
yeah,
that's
it was
awesome.
cool. It was cool.
Yeah. Now, but it's good. Like just like what Michael said, what my brother said. Is he said I want to talk to everybody and tell them about it. Like the answer to all of your problems, ayahuasca.
Oh yeah, really,
and
really, it
and you
is.
know what? They will not understand that until they actually do it. Because I 100% agree with him.
Mm.
Like no matter what the problem may be, no matter what the situation may be, um, coming here, making the time to come here and drink the ayahuasca, somehow, some way, you will find the answer. You will find the reasons to fix whatever problem you think you have, or you may find that maybe that problem is not as big as I thought it was. I don't know, but it feels like it's it almost feels like it's the cup of wisdom,
Yeah.
you know, the cup of wisdom, the cup of knowledge, and maybe not too much knowledge, but a lot of wisdom, which will give you the knowledge to help you do whatever it is that you may need or want to do. And yeah, man, I feel like it's a good answer what Michael said it in a blunt way.
Yeah.
You know, whatever your problem may be, whatever situation you may be, and you think you can't get out of it, come to South America, come to Peru, come to Helicona, have some ayahuasca, do the 4 nights of session, and you'll see.